A very good afternoon, my dear students. So, in that revision series with lecture number 5 of alcohol phenol ethers, I'm here again. And today we will study about the phenols and its properties, its chemical reaction, and all that, which will be almost almost complete the chapter. Yes. So let's start. So phenol and its preparation, first we are going to as a topic I have mentioned over here, and that we will study. So phenol, we know that benzene ring with directly attached with the OH group, then it is called phenol, and that is also called carbolic acid. Okay, there is a we can say that the trend name or that commercial name, carbolic acid. In this, if we will use this on this ortho and meta para position, if we will use CS3, it will be named as orthocresol, metacresol, or paracresol. Like CS3 group is at ortho, it will be orthocresol. Meta, then it will be metacresol, and at this position, it will be paracresol. Okay, so these are organic compounds in which a hydroxyl group attached directly to the benzene ring, as I have told you. So that first we will do from how we will prepare the phenol. So that is in that first reaction is going to be from chlorobenzene. Chlorobenzene is heated with NaOH at 673 Kelvin. This 673 Kelvin is considered as the drastic condition. Okay, it is not. This reaction will not occur at the normal room temperature condition. It will occur at the high condition, or that is called under high pressure also. That is of 300 atm. This is called drastic condition. Okay, so why this drastic condition is required over here? Because the chlorine is directly attached to the benzene ring. That means the reaction, this is resonance stabilized. The electron, the lone pair of electron is resonance stabilized, so this bond is going to be very much strong, so it will not easily will be broken. Yes, so that's why the drastic condition is required, and that is high temperature and high pressure. Then in this case, it forms first sodium phenoxide, which on further hydrolysis in our acidification we can say that phenol. So sometime it is asked that in the conversion, so if it is asked that chlorobenzene to phenol, you can use this reaction. This is the only reaction by which we can form phenol from the chlorobenzene. But if it is like conversion, if it is asked that benzene to phenol, so just avoid using this equation, because this equation is not at that what we can say, it is not commercially, it is not it cannot be used in general condition. So that's why in conversion we don't prefer it. Okay, and this reaction is called Dawes process. Dawes process. Okay, so now this is known as Dawes process. This is an industrial method and hence do not much used in conversion. Okay, now from cumene, what is that cumene? What is called cumene, and then how it will be prepared? So let me write this. Cumene is obtained from propene and benzene. When this benzene and propene reacts with each other, they form isopropyl benzene. This is called isopropyl benzene. This one is called isopropyl benzene. Okay, and that common name is cumene. This is also called isopropyl benzene, which is commonly known as cumene. So if it is asked that from cumene, so you can start from this way. Cumene, on oxidation it will give you cumene hydrogen peroxide, and then on this hydrolysis it will give you the phenol. But if it is asked that by using cumene, so that means you are not going to start with this. Cumene se start nahi karna hai. You have to make first cumene. How it will form? Benzene plus propene. Okay, this is a single bond over here, because it is propene, CS3, CH double bond, CS2. So propene, when it reacts with this, it will form cumene, that is called isopropyl benzene, and which on oxidation at 95 to 135 degrees Celsius will give you cumene hydroperoxide, and which on hydrolysis, hydrogen peroxide, that means it is going to form peroxide bond, OO bond over here. Yes, and then after hydrolysis at 50 to 90 degrees Celsius, it will give you the acetone as a side product. This is side product, and phenol as the main product. Okay, so by using cumene, this means this reaction you are supposed to write. Now from benzene sulfonic acid, it is fused with NaOH, gives sodium salt of phenol. And then benzene sulfonic acid first reacts with sodium hydroxide. It undergoes fusion in this, and then it gives sodium benzene sulfonate. So this will form CS6H5SO3Na, and then which on heating, SO2 will liberate SO2 gas and will form sodium phenoxide, which on further hydrolysis give phenol as a main product, and NaOH will come as a side product. We'll get it back. Yes. Now the next thing, from benzene diazonium chloride. Benzene diazonium chloride, we know that N2 is called benzene diazonium chloride here. Yes. So this is from, it gives aromatic SN1 reaction with H2O to form phenol. Okay. So this is benzene diazonium chloride. This one is benzene diazonium chloride. Okay. When it undergoes hydrolysis and heated, then this N2 gas will come out, will form HCl gas also along with this, and OH will attach to the benzene ring. So this will form phenol. So this is a substitution, nucleophilic substitution reaction, because this compound is replaced by OH group. So that's why we can say that substitution reaction. Okay. Now physical properties and acidity of phenol. Physical properties of phenol. Phenol is needle-shaped solid, soon liquefies due to high hygroscopic nature. It is less soluble in water but readily soluble in organic solvent. Why it is less soluble? Because that lone pair of electrons that is resonance stabilized, so not free for making hydrogen bond, and that's why it is less soluble. But being organic, it will be dissolved in organic solvent. Phenol has high boiling point due to presence of hydrogen bonding, that is from intermolecular hydrogen bonding. It will form between two molecules of OH group. Yes, two molecules of phenol. So that will, there it will form hydrogen bond, and that's why it has more boiling point. Now acidity of phenol, this is not the correct word actually, acidity. It should be acidic properties of phenol. So you should be very much clear that because I have, like we have done in class 10th only, that acidity is used for base and basicity is used for acid. So somewhere you can see this acidity, that's why I have mentioned, but I'm just telling you the correct word is acidic properties. Okay. So this is the best way to say best acidic properties of phenol. Phenols are considerably more acidic than alcohol, however less so than carboxylic acid. Phenols will be more acidic than the alcohols for sure, because why? You can easily say, let me explain you. This is phenol, okay. And if it loses H+, it is going to form phenoxide ion, which is resonance stabilized. Yes. So since the conjugate base is more stable, this conjugate base is highly stable because of resonance. So that's why phenol will easily give what? H+ ion, and hence it will be considered as the acid, strong acid. Got it? With respect to alcohol, because if you talk about alcohol, after losing H+, it will form alkoxide ion, which is not resonance stable. So this one is more resonance stable. This one is more stable than this base. So that's why this phenol will be act as a strong acid with respect to alcohol. But if we talk about this benzoic acid, okay, carboxylic acid, if we are using, so this carboxylic acid, either this we can say or any carboxylic acid you can say. So with respect to this, the phenol will be less acidic. Why? Because although it has more resonating structure, the phenoxide ion has more resonating structure, but when it will give you that form RCOO minus, then the resonance negative charge will be delocalized on the more negative, more electronegative element, oxygen. So that's why this one is more stable than this. Although it has more, what we say, resonance structure, but still this one is more stable. The same way we can say in this thing. So that's why phenol are more acidic than alcohol, but less acidic than carboxylic acid or even carbonic acid. Okay, this is indicated in the order of acidity constant, and this is the phenol acidity constant is K constant is 10 to the power minus 19, alcohol 10 to the power minus 18, carboxylic acid 10 to the minus 5, and carbonic acid we can say that 10 to the power minus 7. So this is not to be learned, just a data, so that's why I have mentioned over here. Now next thing, why are phenols acidic? क्यों होते? Already I have explained, so let me just go through with this again. Phenol are acidic due to formation of a stable phenoxide ion. As I told you, this is going to form stable phenoxide ion, resonance stabilized. Stable phenoxide ion in aqueous solution. For example, phenol itself give phenoxide ion on dissociation. So how it is so? This is, we can say that phenol on like dissociation, it gives a phenoxide ion and H plus. So this phenoxide ion is resonance stabilized, and that's why phenol shows acidic character. Phenoxide ion is stable due to resonance, and we can see that resonance here, over here, this is going to lose H plus. Once it is losing H plus, it is forming phenoxide ion, this minus charge over here. Electron density high, this is going to shift over here. Due to this bond will shift on this carbon. This is not the particular way we are supposed to say, like this is actually, this is cut paste structure, so can't do anything. Okay, so what will happen, there will form double bond and there is negative structure. Similarly, now if what will happen, this is going to shift on this, so this bond will shift on this carbon, and here it will be negative, and this is going to form bond over here. Similarly, next case, this negative charge will shift on this, just give us a, this bond will shift on this carbon and it will form like this. Next step, what will happen, this negative is going to shift over here. Due to this double bond will shift on this double bond will shift on this oxygen and will give O minus again. Okay, so this is a resonance. I hope it is clear. Now, effect on substituents on acidity. How that acidic properties varies if the phenol is having any substituent group. So there are two groups. Substituent group can be of two types. One is called electron withdrawing group, that is NO2, Cl, Cn minus, CHO, COH, and I have explained you in class 11th only to identify the electron withdrawing group. The group with the atom of that group with which this is attached with a benzene ring should be sp2 or sp hybridized. If that atom with which is going to attach with a benzene ring is sp2 or sp hybridized, it will be called electron withdrawing group. Got it? This is the short trick to learn. And this electron withdrawing group will increase the acidic strength. This will always increase the acidic strength because it has tendency to withdraw the electron, which will weaken the force of which will weaken the bond between O and H, and hence H plus can be easily removed. So here it is written over here on this electron withdrawing group on the aromatic ring is acid strengthening. Okay, it stabilizes the phenoxide ion still further and result in the stronger acid. For example, para-nitrophenol is more acidic than phenol because nitro group is there, electron withdrawing group is there, so that's why it is more acidic than the phenol. So like example is there, this is phenol and NO2 is there. So what will happen, this H plus is going to lose, so this NO2, because of this electron pulling tendency, will stabilizes this phenoxide ion more, and that's why this will have more acidic strength than the phenol. Now the next thing, if electron releasing group are there. So to identify the electron releasing group, I have told you the atom with which this group is going to attach with the benzene ring is sp3 hybridized. If it is sp3 hybridized, okay, then it will be called electron releasing substituent, and it will always decrease the acidic strength. Electron releasing group on the aromatic ring is acid weakening. Okay, it strengthens the negative charge on the phenoxy oxygen and inhibits the charge delocalization due to resonance. वो क्या कर देता है, नेगेटिव चार्ज को वहां पे फिक्स कर देता है, एंड दैट इनहिबिट्स द delocalization of electron, due to which resonance is not possible, and hence it destabilizes the phenoxide ion, and that's why it is called weaker acid. For example, paracresol is less acidic than phenol. So see, this is nitrophenol over here. So nitro is electron withdrawing group, This is also electron withdrawing group. It has no neither electron withdrawing group nor electron releasing group. So this will have less acidic strength than these two. And this is electron withdrawing group releasing group CS3, and this is methoxy group is also electron releasing group. So these two are electron releasing group, and this is electron withdrawing group. These two are electron withdrawing group. So electron withdrawing group increases the acidic strength, than the phenol से ज़्यादा होगा. Electron releasing group will have less acidic strength than the phenol. I hope it is clear. Okay, so now chemical properties of phenol. Reaction due to breaking of OH bond. That means it is having phenol here, and we can say that OH bond is there. So this bond is going to break. Phenol is more reactive than alcohol for this reaction. Why? Because right now I have told you, because it will easily lose H plus ion, as it is going to form phenoxide ion, which is resonance stabilized than the alcohol. So than alcohol for this reaction, because phenoxide ion is more stable than the alkoxide ion. So like this, how it will form alkoxide ion and how it will form phenoxide ion. Reaction of phenyl due to breaking of OH bond is given below. These are the few reactions. Like phenol, when it reacts with alcoholic FeCl3, it will form a blue or violet colored complex. That is phenoxide power. This is 3, and Fe has we know that Fe charge is 3 and phenoxide is having -1 charge. So we'll make the complex. It will form ferric phenoxide. Yes. Now if it is reacting with NaOH, this OH will go with this H to form H2O, and this Na will attach over here, sodium phenoxide. Again, this is CH2N2 methylene diazomethylene. In presence of diether, it will form this is called alkylation. Here alkylation will be there. So what will happen? This N2 will come out, and this CH2 will going to attach over here. So this will form anisole. Next is methylene sulfate के साथ if it reacts, methyl sulfate के साथ if it reacts in presence of NaOH, then also it will give you anisole. So in both the case it will give you anisole. Either it reacts with the diazomethylene or it reacts with methyl sulfate. Now acylation. We know that acylation, acyl group attachment. Acyl group can be RCOCl. This is RCOCl group. This is called acyl group. So this Cl will remove, and attachment of this group on the benzene ring is called acylation. Okay, it can be like this also, or another way, another reaction will be with this RCOOCO. This is called anhydride. So with this also, this group will form acid, carboxylic acid, and this COR group will attach. So here phenol, we can see phenol in presence of RCOCl in presence of pyridine. If it reacts, this Cl and this H will form HCl, and it group is going to attach over here. So this is going to form phenyl ester. Similarly, if it reacts with the acid anhydride, then also this H with this whole group will form RCOH as a side product. Yes, we can say that. In this case it will form HCl as a side product, and in this case it will form RCOOH as a side product. Okay, main product will be phenyl ester only. Okay, so next is Fries rearrangement. Fries rearrangement, first we have to phenol will convert into the phenyl methyl ester, and then it undergoes rearrangement. So phenolic ester are converted into ortho and para hydroxyketone in presence of AlCl3. That is also used for isomerization. Okay, AlCl3 is used for isomerizing agent used as. So generally low temperature favors formation of para isomers, while if we heat it at higher temperature, it will give you the ortho isomers. So how it is? First this is phenyl methyl ester, but we have to make it how we will make this phenol when reacts with. Anyway, we can make CH3COCl. We can use this in presence of pyridine. Yes, or an acetic anhydride also you can use. So in this case, it will form phenyl ester. And then phenyl ester, if it is heated at 60 degrees Celsius. So what will happen? This para H and this group will come on this point, and H will go on this. So it will form para product. This is para product at low temperature. Or we can say that what will be the name? Para hydroxy acetophenone. Yes, let me write over here. This is para hydroxy acetophenone. Okay, and but if we will do it heat it with at high temperature 160 temperature, so then orthohydrogen will move. Okay, it will go this orthohydrogen I should write over here. Orthohydrogen will move. Okay, and then rearrangement, that group will come on this, H will shift on this, and this group will come on this position, and it will form orthohydroxy acetophenone. I hope it is clear. So this is Fry's rearrangement, and it is important one. Now, reaction due to breaking of CO bond, that means it is going to form phenyl carbocation. Yes, this is which phenol. So now this bond is going to make, and this bond is really tough to break because this is resonance stabilized. sp2 character aa jayega yahan pe, or we can say that double bond character will be there. So that's why this bond is really tough to break. But ऐसा नहीं है कि होगा ही नहीं. Obviously, drastic condition will be required, but this bond will break. So let me explain some reaction for this. This is called nucleophilic substitution reaction. Why? Because OH is going to removed by any other group. So nucleophilic substitution reaction it will be. Phenols are very less reactive than aliphatic alcohol because of again the same thing. OH group is present on sp2 hybridized carbon. This makes CO bond stronger because of resonance. And O is more electronegative than halogen. This also makes CO bond stronger than CX bond. Okay, so if I'm talking about like this one, in this chlorobenzene, and this is chlorobenzene, and this is phenol. So which bond is more stronger? So although in both the case it is resonance stabilization is there, this bond is going to get a sp2 hybridized character. But out of these two, which one is more stronger? So this bond is more strong than this because of this oxygen is what we say more electronegative than the halogen. This also makes a CO bond more bond stronger than CX bond. Got it? Okay, so there is some double bond character between carbon and oxygen due to resonance, and this also makes CO bond stronger. So that all three reasons I have already explained to you. However, it gives SN under nucleophilic substitution reaction under drastic condition. As I told you that it never happens that वो reaction ही नहीं देगा. This reaction will occur, but obviously at the drastic condition because it is not possible at the normal condition. So in this case, phenol, when reacts with ammonia in presence of anhydrous ZnCl2 at 300 degrees Celsius, this will give you the aniline. And this reaction is known as Bochara reaction. Okay. This comes under the nucleophilic substitution reaction. So ammonia ke saath what will happen? This OH with H will come out as H2, and this NH2 will attach over here. So obviously catalyst ki zarurat hogi because this reaction is not at all possible at the normal condition. Next, if we heat it in the PCl5, this is PCl5. This is PCl5. Okay. In presence of this PCl5, if we heat it, it will give you the chlorobenzene, or saath mein will complex for like what we say triphenolate phosphorus. Okay. Similarly, if it reacts with the S2 like P2S5 के case में अगर ये इसको heat करते हैं, instead of oxygen, if we heat it as a P2S5, let me change it. Some correction is there here. P2S5. In presence of that, if we heat it, it will give you the thiophenol, not phenol. Okay, it's thiophenol. अगर यहाँ पे P2O5 होता, so already phenol तो है ही, तो phenol is, there will be no reaction if it is P2O5. If it will be P2O5, there will be no reaction. Okay, why? Because it is already phenol. But if we change, no reaction. But if instead of oxygen we are using sulfur, that means diphosphorus sulfur, then it will give you thiophenol. This is called thiophenol. Now the next thing, EAS in phenol, it is a strong activating group. Like how EAS electrophilic aromatic substitution reaction, so how it occurs. So there is a strong activating group होता है which one? OH group is called strong activating group, strong ortho and para directing group. So whatever the electrophile attach on that, it will that OH group will direct that to go to ortho and para position. So if it phenol reacts with the 20% nitric acid at 25 degrees Celsius, it will give you orthonitrophenol or paranitrophenol, and paranitrophenol will be major product, because para product are major product, we know that. Yes. Similarly, if I'm using conc HNO3, this is called 20% HNO3, or you can say that the dilute HNO3. Okay, but if you'll use the conc HNO3, it will give you picric acid, 2,4,6 trinitrophenol. Okay, this will give you picric acid, conc HNO3 के presence में. If bromine water से react करेगा या फिर bromine in presence of any acid, it will give you 2,4,6 tribromophenol, which will be a solid white PPT. White colored substance देता है, ठीक है, white colored PPT. So this is also used for test of bromine, test of phenol. Okay, colored substance or PPT we can write. Like ROH will given to ROH and phenol. Write some distinguished point to write some point to distinguish these two. So we can use this bromine water. Yes, we can use phenol, FeCl3. With this either with the bromine water के साथ phenol gives white substance, जबकि alcohol doesn't give, and FeCl3 के साथ it gives purple substance, जबकि alcohol doesn't give. Yes. Okay. Phenol when reacts with sulfuric acid, it will give you the para-hydroxy benzene sulfonic acid, or ortho also, but para will be major product. And if it reacts with alkyl halide in presence of anhydrous AlCl3, it will give you ortho-alkyl phenol. Okay, so alkyl group will attach. If CS3 is there, it will form cresol, and paracresol, metacresol. It will paracresol and orthocresol. Out of that, paracresol will be the stable product. I hope it is clear. Now, some other reactions like phenol when reacts with HNO2, it gives para-nitrosophenol. Which para-nitrosophenol which undergoes tautomerization to give this. Okay, another group it will compound it will give you. This is again the important reaction, coupling reaction. When phenol reacts with the benzene diazonium chloride, it is called coupling reaction. So it forms azodie. This is called azodie. Yeah, it's written over here, azodie. Okay, so this will give you azodie. Similarly, now this is again the most important reaction of phenol. It is when phenol reacts with chloroform in presence of alkali, KOH or NaOH, followed by hydrolysis, it will give you salicylaldehyde. This is called salicylaldehyde, orthosalicylaldehyde and parasalicylaldehyde. Out of that, parasalicylaldehyde will be more stable, major product. Yes, and this reaction is called Riemer-Tiemann reaction. But instead of this chloroform, if I will use CCl4, rest all will be same. It is not exactly Riemer-Tiemann reaction. This is called modification in Riemer-Tiemann reaction. And what it will give you, instead of the CHO, it will give you COH. That's it. This will be salicylic acid. Sorry, bromine will not be attached with this. It's by mistake. It's wrong. Major is this. Para-salicylic acid will be the major product. Ortho will be minor product. Next, if this is called carboxylation or Kolbe reaction. If phenol reacts with CO2 in presence of NaOH at 120 degrees Celsius 7 atm, so this is called Kolbe reaction, or we can say that the carboxylation. Then COH group will be introduced on the phenol, and that will form salicylic acid. Okay, again it will also give ortho and para. Out of that, para will be the more stable product. When this react with CH2 double bond O, yani ki we can say that the formic acid, it will give you like this is called Navolac, we can say. Okay, and this is the monomer of bakelite. This is ortho hydroxymethylene phenol, and commonly it is known as Navolac. Okay, similarly, if it reacts with ROH, any other alcohol, so this R should be aliphatic. Okay, so then it will alkylation will be there, and the R group will attach at the para position as well as ortho. So para will be the major product like this. Out of this, two important reactions, coupling and Rimer-Trimmer. Third one is Rimer-Trimmer. This is modification. Sometime it is asked in the complete the reaction form or conversion में बहुत majorly use होता है. And third is Kolbe reaction. Okay. Now reduction of phenol. It is very easy reactions. Phenol when reacts with zinc dust. This should be zinc dust. So let me write over here. Phenol when undergoes reaction with the zinc dust, it gives benzene. Okay, along with the side product ZNO. Similarly, this is also called hydrogenation. This reduction is also called hydrogenation, as we know that H2 is going to be added. Yes, the OH group will not change. OH group will remain like that, and this benzene double bond, 3 double bond, will be converted into the single bond in presence of NiPT-PD. These are the catalysts used for hydrogenation that we know that. So it will give you cyclohexanol. This also comes under reduction of phenol, but there is a two difference, that if it reacts with zinc dust, the OH group will be reduced. Okay. But if we are using hydrogen in presence of NiPT-PD, the double bond will be reduced, not this OH group. OH group will remain like that. Okay, so be careful. Now, oxidation of phenol, that is phenol when reacts with sodium dichromate in presence of sulfuric acid, followed by hydrolysis, it will give you benzoquinone. This reaction can also be done in presence of chromic acid, air के साथ, or K2S2O8 in alkaline medium. This undergoes tautomerization and will give you quinol or paraquinol also. So this is called OH over here and OH over here. So this is the tautomerization, ketoenol tautomerization. We know that ketone can convert into enol group. So this is undergoes tautomerization. This undergoes benzoquinone undergoes tautomerization to give paraquinol. Okay, especially with this K2S2O8, ये देता ही, this is the, with the K2S2O8, this is the paraquinol is the major product. Okay, it undergoes. Now some conversion. So convert phenol to aspirin. So phenol, you know that, you all know that phenol, this is benzene with OH group, phenol, and aspirin is 2-acetoxybenzoic acid. So think of it like you have done so many times. What is the formula of aspirin? The common name is 2-acetoxybenzoic acid. Okay, this is, sorry, benzoic acid obviously. So this is called benzoic acid, and this is 2 position pe acetoxy acid. So think of it what it will do. So obviously this phenol must have COH group. So what is the way? We know that either you do the chloroform Rimer-Trimmer reaction and then oxidation, or you can simply use CCl4 in presence of alkali. Okay, it will give you salicylic acid. This is COOH and OH. Can I write like this? There is no problem at all. Yes. And when this salicylic acid reacts with any acidic anhydride or acyl chloride like this CS3, COCl, we can use in presence of pyridine. Pyridine, what will happen? This Cl will react with this OH and will give you HCl, and CO group will attach to this. So this is called 2-acetoxybenzoic acid. Which is also known as aspirin. Okay, and you have done in chemistry in everyday life aspirin as a great pain reliever. Okay, chaliye, now next conversion, that is convert phenol to oil of wintergreen. Now you should know the formula of wintergreen, what it is wintergreen. So wintergreen formula is 2-hydroxy-methyl phenyl ester. So that means, let me write this, 2-hydroxy. So obviously this OH group will be here, and methyl phenyl ester. So that means COOCS3. This is called methyl phenyl ester. Okay, methyl phenyl ester. So how you will convert this phenol? What next? Think of it. OH is not going to change, obviously this is, so you can do again this, make it CCl4 in presence of NaOH, and you will get salicylic acid. Yes, now think of it. Ab salicylic acid se how you will get this? So what we have to do? We have to just remove this H by CH3 group. So next reaction is with the alkyl halide, do it. We have done right now. Yes. So this X and this H will come out as a HX, and methyl group will attach, and it will give you oil of wintergreen. Any doubt in this? This can be also done in with this, even because this is acid and this is ester. So we know that acid, when reacts with the alcohol, will give you ester. So this can also be done with the CH3's OH. So in this case, H and this OH will give you H2O, and this CH3 group will attach. So they are the two ways by which we can convert phenol to oil of wintergreen. Okay. So now next conversion is here. Okay. Now next is convert phenol to oil of salol. So you should know the formula of salol. Salol is this phenyl salicylate. So salicylate ke liye what we have to do, this is COH and OH, this is salicylic acid, isn't it? But I said phenol salicylate. So what next? How to convert this formula? This H will be removed by phenyl group, and that ester will come over here. So that means COC6H5. Yes. So this is called like we can say that phenyl salicylate. This is the structure of salon. So how to convert phenol in this? So phenol is here, and what next? When it reacts with CCl4 in presence of NaOH, this will give you salicylic acid. Yes, so we got the salicylic acid. Now think of it that what next step will we have to do? This is, so next reaction with the C6H5COCl, benzylation kar do. That is called benzylation also. So what next? This H will go with this Cl to form this group. So it will form simply. I hope it is clear. Any doubt in this? Okay, so that's it for today class. I hope you all got it. Now we are left with the important alcohols only, and that chapter is finished. So I hope whatever I have explained that you got it, and if there is still any doubt you can ask. So we'll meet in next video with that extra topic. Till then, thank you class.